That's what it was all about. And once you got affiliated with a bunch of brothers, we knew that attacks would come because the Bible tells us that. But we also knew that we had to join with one another. So when the idea came from the sower, he began to sow information and ideas in the hearts and minds of the men that he was associated with at the time. We knew that the basic thing we wanted to be focused on was brotherhood. We're all about brotherhood. Never forget that we're in this together. I know many of you guys haven't seen much of the founders, and we're spread out all over the place. That's for good
Yeah, that's
reason.
for sure.
That's for good reason. But look at what we do. Look at our life. Look at the trials. You guys are going to be involved with some trials yourselves. Never forget that the core tenet of this organization, from a founder's perspective, is all about fellowship and brotherhood. You got to believe that you're not in this by yourself, right? Iron does sharpen iron, right? Two founders are sitting here telling you that. Make sure you stay in contact with us. So, what can you expect? What can you expect from us? The first thing you need to be able to expect from us is availability. You need to know that when you have a question, that we're able to be there to answer your questions. We're not always going to have the right answer. We may have not have a clue. We may have to defer our answer to someone else.
We may have questions for you that you can answer for yourself.
Exactly.
The important thing to note is that even as a part of your induction, getting in touch with the founders and helping to build a consistent history is what's going to allow this fraternity to last into the future. And God be praised and thank Him so much for all of the guys that have worked so hard to keep this thing going. But now we have to make sure that we're all in this together. And we know that we've all fallen off just a little bit, but that comes with life, which many of you will soon experience after graduation comes. But we are available now, and we have this wonderful technology that allows us to be in touch with you through Facebook, through email, through whatever media channel it is that you need. You can find us. And we're definitely going to be working to help create a structure that's going to allow each of the individual chapters to focus on where they're strong and really building in their communities, while we set something up that's going to help all of those different organizations be connected. That's another thing that you can expect from us as far as our involvement going forward. I think, wasn't there something else you wanted to talk about as far as the challenge or the honesty level that we're going to be providing?
Yeah. You know what? You should be able to, when you ask a question, you need to be able to get the right answer.
That's right.
All right? And sometimes that right answer may not be what you want to hear. But it's our responsibility, and each brother that you come in contact with, it's our responsibility to give a 100% honest answer. If we tell you something, it's because that's our experience level. It's what we've seen. It's what we prayed about. But we have to be 100% honest with you when it comes to the foundational aspects of the organization, and from a man-to-man perspective, what we expect out of you guys.
When you think about all of the documentation that went into setting up this fraternity, you guys have read through page after page of the introduction to this fraternity, your welcome package, the Constitution, not to mention all the documentation that you've had to put together. Now remember that there's something fundamental about that. Every time that you put something down on a piece of paper, you are setting up a piece of your legacy, something that's going to last a little bit longer than you. Now, this fraternity is not that old. You gentlemen are still a part of the very beginnings of this thing. You have gifts and talents that you can contribute to what it is that this fraternity can do going forward. Always remember that the focus of this is not about religion. We're not designed just to be Christians working together with other Christians who are all Lutheran, who are all Baptist, who are all whatever else it is. Christianity is a relationship, a one-on-one faith relationship between you and Jesus Christ. And nobody else can dictate for you what that means. Likewise, we can't dictate for anybody else what that means. So the only true religion that we have, and the only thing that we're meant to do in service, is to care for those widows, those orphans, those people who've been forgotten about, and to do so with the love of Jesus Christ. That's the only religion that we can ever, ever, ever hope to get behind. And I hope that you gentlemen, as you start to move forward, since I believe, what, James, I think that from what I saw online, you have a writing award under your belt from the Martin Luther King Scholarship Program or something like that. Congratulations to you. We'll be expecting to see very good writing from you. And Michael, we tried to look you up online. Hopefully, we'll be able to find something. You can get in contact with us and let us know. But I know for sure that God has endowed you with a certain spiritual gift